Welcome back, everybody. I've missed you. How have you been? Well, back by popular demand is my pool videos. 2 of you have spoken and you want to see more pool videos. You're kind of upset that I just dropped the ball and didn't give you any updates, so here you go. The reason I didn't give you updates is because for about a month in the summertime, I was simply sanding and grinding the pool. It's kind of boring video. And then teaching began and I kind of lost track of time, so I'm sorry. I'm back with a new pool video and we are painting our pool with epoxy paint. And I'm going to introduce you to my new friend epoxy paint in just a moment, but right now I am acid washing the pool and getting the grease and the grime and any debris off of the walls. Yes, I'm doing this safely. I've got rubber boots on and goggles and everything like that. I'm using a cocktail of muriatic acid mixed with water and scrubbing it on and then rinsing it off. And being the responsible caretaker of nature, I'm also using baking soda to neutralize the muriatic acid before I pump it into my lawn and out of the pool so the pool can dry. So, I mean, oh, here we go. Yeah, now we're starting to prime, and I'm using a water-based epoxy, and I'm going to introduce you to, the epoxy paint that I'm using is this stuff right here. It's sold at Leslie's Pool and Spa. It's epoxy paint made by Kelly Technical. Little known fact, Kelly Technical is a company that makes most of the epoxy pool paint, even all the different brands that you see. So this is 3/4 full, and then you mix it with an activator right here. And then pretty soon you're going to see some pretty cool stuff going up on the pool wall. This epoxy paint, it's pretty awesome because it dries like a vinyl liner. I actually ripped it off of a bucket after it dried in a bucket, and it feels just like a vinyl liner. It rips pretty easily, but you can't puncture it with your nail or anything like that. And it's right up against concrete, so it's more durable, I think. One of my big concerns was painting this pool is trying to figure out if it was going to hold the water, because I have a cold joint in the deep end with a safety ledge, and I did my best to seal it up. And so now I am priming the walls with that water-based epoxy. And I'm almost done and out of things to say before the blue paint starts. So I was warned beforehand that this stuff is pretty strong on the nose, and I started painting without a respirator, and I got a few good whiffs of this stuff, and it is nasty. So I used a respirator in the deep end and for a lot of the pool painting, which was kind of a pain in the butt, but I think it saved my life and saved my lungs. I think it might have extended my life another 10 years or something like that. So this epoxy paint, it goes on thick. It was a 1-coat coverage. With this paint, do not go back and touch things up. If you think you laid it on too thick, you'll get micro bubbles and it will stay on the wall. Hey, is this working right now? Can you hear me? So you can always go back and wait for it to harden and sand it and repaint it. But I was told by the gentleman at the company, we had some good news. The pool guy who recommended this paint to us and gave us all these tips for painting said that it would take 2 coats of epoxy paint. Now with this pool, it would take about 10 gallons of paint and about 10 gallons of primer, 10 gallons of epoxy paint to finish this up. So we ordered 20 gallons for a pretty big price tag, but way cheaper than a vinyl liner. And then as we started painting, and I called the company, just all the directions I read just said 1 coat coverage is enough because you put it on thick. And I called the company, and sure enough, they're super helpful, and they're like, no, use 1 coat. Because if you put 2 coats on and you don't let the first one cure, you get a buildup, plus the first one may not cure totally, and it's not going to be as watertight. So I was hoping and praying, working through the day, that the stuff was going to work. Painting was kind of therapeutic, minus the the ghastly smell. Working into the night, you see the floodlight going on and off there. It went pretty well. The next day, it turns out bugs really like this blue paint because I had about 100 bugs stuck to the blue paint, so I went back and had to carefully remove them and sand it off. There's my daughter keeping me company because I'm at like hour 7 or 8, I think it's 10 at night, and I'm getting kind of bored because this is my second day painting. And we had to do this quickly because it needs about 3 full days to cure without rain and before you fill it up. So we wanted to make sure that, we were doing it right. And there you have it. That's painting a pool 101. If you don't have a pool to paint, you should like go out and get a pool and have it poured in concrete and try to paint it, just because you know how to do it now that you watch this video, right? Hey, it was good seeing you again. I'm not gonna lie, I missed you too. I'm out of here. We'll catch you on the flip side in the next video. Thanks for watching.